Okay, I'm back. So it looks like my phone might keep cutting off every time I try to alert y'all about the Jezebel spirit. The phone keeps cutting off. Okay, so um, I'm gonna have to break this video up in a lot of parts. So just bear with me. Okay, so um, on this channel, I am here with solutions, but before I give solutions, I am going to let you know as much as I can about what's going on from the messages that I get. Now, uh, I get lots of messages, but I might not get all of what's going on. I might get it in pieces. So bear with me. But as you know, we have a problem with masculine and feminine energy. Um, they are now repelling each other, and that is what we see here on the planet. But in reality, we are warring in the spirit. And this has been going on probably for centuries now, but not on, we didn't see it on the planet. We just didn't see it, okay? But as above, so below. So things happen in the spirit first. I'm not sure about timing, of course, because everything is divine timing. But I am sure of, we have been dealing with this energy here on the planet probably for centuries, okay? And that is the Jezebel spirit. Since the energies have sped up, the planet is speeding up, we have become more and more distant. It's like the faster everything runs, everything speeds up. So whatever you're doing, you know, it's speeding up, and we're repelling each other more and more, faster and faster. Okay, and the Jezebel spirit that has been roaming the planet now for centuries has led to mother and father wounding. Okay, did you hear that? Okay, the Jezebel spirit is why we no longer have families like we used to. The Jezebel spirit is wielded by both men and women. Okay? Not just women, because you hear Jezebel. Men are Jezebels too. Now, keep up with me. The Jezebel spirit has taken over the men and the women. And it has led us to not have families anymore, But before that, that is brought on by the mother wounding and the father wounding. And what that details, mother and father wounding, is the fact that you weren't nurtured by your parents. I lived inside the home with my mother and I wasn't nurtured. And I can say honestly from the stories that I've heard, my grandmother, 5 kids, 3 jobs, she didn't have time to nurture either. So my mother wasn't nurtured. Okay? My grandmother wasn't nurtured by her mother. Her mother threw her and her twin away. Okay? My grandmother was adopted by people that I assume probably loved her. I don't know. But how you get mother and father wounding is you are not nurtured by your maternal figure and your paternal figure. The man that gave the seed didn't nurture you, or the woman that birthed you didn't nurture you. If either one of those happened in your life, you have wounding. Mother wounding and father wounding it spills out to community wounding. And that is why the men and women on the planet now are afraid of each other. The wounding that we have suffered has led us to be afraid of suffering anymore. But see, there's a way to heal that, because the truth of the matter is you were wounded and you as a child, and then when you became an adult, you put yourself through the suffering from the wounding. You attracted because of your broken state, your vibrational output, what you were emitting out into the universe is what you were drawing back to yourself. Okay? You were under a spell, so your discernment was off. Okay? Your discernment was off. Your wounding led you to believe that you needed those people. So no matter what you had to do, I know me, no matter what I had to do, I was going to get that love from my husband. No matter how many times he left me, I'm going to let him come back, and I'm going to love him even more. And when you do that, you just later down the line, after it's over and done, this sickness just come over you, like you want to throw up. Like, oh damn, I did that for somebody that left me anyway. See, that mother and that father wound, first of all, your maternal and your paternal figures, their energy of nurturing that each one has to give you, the feminine energy and the masculine energy, that is how your DNA is coded, through their voices, through their teachings, through their love and hugs and kisses, and even scoldings. All of that. If you don't get that, there is a hunger. If you don't get it through your maternal and your paternal, there is a hunger growing inside of you that nobody can put out or nobody can feed but them. See, even if you were uh, nurtured by other people, maybe other family members had you, or maybe somebody adopted you, you got love, you got nurtured, you got treated good. Yeah, you did. But that hunger is there because you have a connection, an etheric cord, a etheric connection with those people, your mother and your father, that you can't see. That is a otherworldly love on another dimension that needs to be nurtured on a spiritual dimension, spiritual level, however you want to say it. It needs to be nurtured. And if they don't do it, no matter who else does it, is not going to do it. That hunger is going to build and nobody else can feed it. But when we become adults, we try to replace that. I don't know what that feeling is. We try to replace that with relationships, whether they be platonic, girlfriend and boyfriend, husband and wife, guy friends, girlfriend, sisters and brothers. We make up cousins. We say, this my cousin. We hold on to those relationships longer than we should, just because that hunger hasn't been fed. And we don't know what it is. We just know we can't let them go. Okay? So, once again, that mother and that father wounding has bled out into the community. The community is now feeling the effects of the wounds and are scared to yin and yang. Okay? Yin and yang. Yin and yang. How you heal this, okay, is you have to keep asking yourself, why was this particular thing happening to me? Except for the parental part, okay, because you can't do anything about that parental part. That why they didn't love you right and nurture you, that's on them, okay? You can't do anything about that. So you don't ask about that. They gotta ask why they didn't do what they supposed to do. Okay? You need to be asking, okay, this is how you heal. You need to be asking yourself, why was this particular thing, person, relationship, whatever, except for your parents now, why was that happening to me? Why was they that important to me? why I let them do me the way that they did me. Okay? I'm telling you all this so you can heal yourself, so you can step into the now timeline. If you are on this channel, you have ascended enough to use your discernment, you should be able to feel when it's real. That's your gift of heightened sensitivity. The, the speed up that the world is doing. It, level up. Use your discernment. So after you heal, you'll be able to pick something new, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. The Love Boat. Yeah. Once you healed and you can accept all of this, you're gonna be all right. You gonna to have something that you've never had. You gotta do something you've never done. Okay, remember that. Okay. So once again, let's get back now. To heal this, remember what I said. You gotta keep asking yourself questions. Why did you put up with that stuff? After you became grown up and you started conjuring your own relationships, okay? You can't heal that with your mama and father like that. They gotta be the ones to step up and take accountability for what they done, okay? For not nurturing you. You can't do that. They got to do that. You take accountability for what you did once you got into relationships as an adult. You hurt the community as an adult, going through relationship after relationship or attracting because you felt so horrible because you didn't get nurtured. That feeling deep down and that hunger that you had, that's what you were emitting. That's what you attracted. You attracted the same situations that you were feeling so sad about or that you were feeling so happy about. Okay? Because it could be that way too. Free will. Now, that free will, you ain't know you weren't supposed to sit around and mope over them not nurturing you. We didn't know that because I did it my whole life. I did it my whole life. I cried and I cried while my mama don't treat me like she treat my sister. Enough of that. Okay? So, first, you have to be activated. Okay? And that's what I just did. I activated you. I equipped you with the knowledge of how to recognize the mother and the father wound and where that came from. The warring of the spirit of the Jezebel spirit we've been under, okay? Yeah, it has trickled down generation after generation after generation of parents not nurturing their children not nurturing their children. It's bled out into the streets, out into the community. So we've been treating each other any kind of way. So I understand. I understand. You've been activated. You recognize that now, since I told you what a mother or a father wound is, you recognize which one you suffer from. Okay? And how you clean it up is You start to reminisce. After recognizing it, you start to reminisce it, not about your mother and father, but about the relationships that you were conjuring. You reminisce on it, okay? You think about when I was with Sally, when I was with Sue, when I was with Betty Boo. Okay, and yeah, I did this, and yeah, I could have did, and I could have did this better, and oh yeah, I was supposed to leave sooner. She said that I was supposed to get up and go. Okay, because that didn't line up with my values. I didn't have values of my own then, okay, because I was still at a low vibration, because I still was tripping off of life. Okay, okay, so you reminisce it, and then you go back and you reparent yourself. Okay, you think about each one of them scenarios, and then you be the parent and do what you think about it, and you say, do what your mama or your daddy would have told you if they was right. Okay, like if you stay with a girl and she abusing you, when your mom and daddy tell you, boy, if you don't get your away from them. And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to think back and be like, yeah, when she did such and such, or when he did such and such, I should have hauled and stand, but I didn't. That's reparenting yourself. Reparent those situations in your head. Heal the past part of yourself that let those things happen to you by recognizing, reminiscing, and reparenting. When you do that, recognize, reminisce, and reparent out loud with the universe or in your head, it'll help you to heal, because recognition and then thinking about your part, what you should have done and what you could have done better, is going to get you. It's going to get you to that healed space that you need to be in. Now, I can't tell you how long it's going to take, but you just keep replaying these scenarios over and over in your head. So you'll realize that you were the problem. But really, the problem stemmed from ancestral trauma. Okay? Ancestral trauma. And now I'm going to cut it off for it cut off and come back.